Decision-making, marginal analysis, cost-benefit analysis, applying mathematical concepts to make informed business decisions. Now, let's break down each aspect step by step. Time value of money. We'll explore why a dollar today is worth more than a dollar in the future, and how to calculate the present and future values of money. The concept of the time value of money is based on the idea that money today is worth more than the same amount of money in the future. This is because of the potential earning power or investment opportunities that money has when it is available now. In other words, a dollar in the hand today is worth more than the promise of a dollar in the future. There are three main reasons. Why is a dollar today worth more than a dollar in the future? Inflation. Inflation is the general increase in the prices of goods and services over time. This means that the value of money decreases over time, and therefore, a dollar today can buy more than a dollar in the future. For example, if the inflation rate is 3%, a dollar today will only be able to buy $0.97 worth of goods next year. Opportunity cost. When you have money now, you have the option to invest it and earn a return. This return, also known as the opportunity cost, represents the possible profits or gains that could have been attained by investing the money. Therefore, a dollar today is worth more than a dollar in the future because it has the potential to earn more over time. Risk. There is an inherent risk associated with receiving money in the future. There is always a chance that you may not receive the promised amount due to various reasons, such as default or bankruptcy. This uncertainty makes a dollar today more valuable than a dollar in the future. Calculating present value and future value to understand the value of a dollar today versus the value of a dollar in the future, we can use two important financial concepts: present value and future value. Present value is the current worth of a future sum of money, given a specified rate of return. It represents the amount that you need today to equal the value of a future payment, taking into account the time value of money. On the other hand, future value is the value of an asset or investment at a specified date in the future, based on the expected rate of return. It allows you to determine how much a current asset will be worth in the future, taking into account the time value of money. To calculate the present value or future value of a dollar, we use the present value and future value formulas respectively. The present value formula is PV, 8FV, 1 plus I, where PV is present value, FV is future value, I interest rate, is number of period. The future value formula is FV 8PV at 1 plus I, and where PV is present value, FV a future value, I is interest rate, U is number of periods. Let's look at an example to better understand how these formulas work. Suppose you have the option to receive $1,000 either today or 5 years from now, with an annual interest rate of 4%. To determine the present value and future value, we use the present value and future value formulas, respectively. To find the present value of the $1,000 received 5 years from now, we use the present value formula. PV ACE $1,000, 1 plus 0.04. 5 A's 822.70. This means that if you choose to receive 822.70 today and invest it at an annual interest rate of 4%, it would be equivalent to receiving $1,000 in 5 years. To find the future value of the $1,000 received today, we use the future value formula. FV 8's $1,000 x 1 plus 0.04, 5 A's 1 and 2 16 6E5. This means that if you choose to receive and invest $1,000 today at an annual interest rate of 4%, it would be equivalent to receiving $1.216.65 in 5 years. As you can see, the present value and future value of a dollar are not equal due to the concept of the time value of money. Bonds and stocks. We will dive into the basics of bonds and stocks, understanding how they are valued and what influences their market prices. We will also explore the key differences between these two types of securities and the risks associated with each. Bond is a type of debt instrument issued by governments or corporations to raise capital. When you buy a bond, you are essentially lending money to the issuer in exchange for future interest payments and the promise of principal repayment at a specified maturity date. Bonds are typically issued with a face value, also known as par value, of $1,000 and can have varying maturities ranging from short-term, less than 1 year, to long-term, up to 30 years. The interest rate, also known as the coupon rate, is determined at the time of issuance and is usually fixed for the life of the bond. Bond valuation. The value of a bond is determined by several factors, including the par value, coupon rate, and current market interest rates. When interest rates rise, the value of existing bonds typically decreases, and vice versa. This is because investors would demand higher yields on newly issued bonds to compensate for the higher interest rates, making older bonds less attractive in comparison. In general, bonds with lower credit ratings, riskier, will have higher yields to compensate investors for the added risk. Conversely, bonds with higher credit ratings, safer, will have lower yields. For example, if you buy a $1,000 bond with a coupon rate of 5% and the current market interest rates have risen to 6%, your bond's value will decrease. This is because new bonds with similar terms will be issued at 6%, making your bond less attractive to investors. As a result, the market price of your bond may fall below the face value of $1,000. On the other hand, if interest rates decrease to 4%, your bond will become more valuable, as its 5% coupon rate is higher than the current market rate. In this scenario, the market price of your bond may rise above the face value of $1,000. Bond risks. While bonds are considered less risky than stocks, they still carry some level of risk. The main risk associated with bonds is credit risk, which is the risk that the issuer will default on the bond. If the issuer becomes financially unstable or goes bankrupt, it may not be able to make interest payments or repay the principal amount at maturity. This risk is higher for bonds with lower credit ratings. Another risk associated with bonds is interest rate risk, as mentioned earlier. Changes in market interest rates can impact the value of a bond. If you need to sell your bond before maturity, you may incur a loss if interest rates have risen since you bought it. Stocks, also known as equities, represent ownership in a company. When you buy a share of stock, you are buying a small piece of ownership in that company. Stocks are typically bought and sold on stock exchanges, such as the New York Stock Exchange, NYSE, or NASDAQ. Stock valuation. The value of a stock is determined by the company's financial performance, industry trends, and market sentiments. Unlike bonds, the company's performance can have a much larger impact on the value of a stock. Investors buy stocks in the hopes of earning a return in two ways: through capital appreciation, which is an increase in the stock's value, and through dividend payments, which are a portion of the company's profits distributed to shareholders. One common way to value stocks is by using the price-to-earnings (PE) ratio, which compares a company's share price to its earnings per share (EPS). A higher PE ratio indicates that investors are willing to pay more for each dollar of earnings, suggesting optimism about the company's growth potential. Another metric used to evaluate stocks is the dividend yield, which is the annual dividend payment divided by the stock price. A higher dividend yield can make a stock more attractive to income-seeking investors. Stock risk stocks are considered riskier than bonds because their value can fluctuate significantly. Factors such as changes in the company's financial performance, competition, and economic conditions can all affect the stock's price. Unlike bonds, stocks do not have a fixed maturity date, and there is no guarantee of receiving a return on your investment. One of the biggest risks with stocks is market volatility, which refers to the unpredictable changes in stock prices in the short term. This can make it challenging to predict a stock's future performance and can lead to significant gains or losses for investors. Another risk associated with stocks is the potential for a company to go bankrupt, in which case the stock may become worthless. While this risk is lower for well-established companies, it is still a possibility for any stock investment. The bottom line: bonds and stocks are two common types of securities with different characteristics, risks, and potential returns. While bonds offer a fixed return and are generally considered less risky than stocks, they are not immune to market fluctuations. Stocks, on the other hand, can provide higher returns but with a higher level of risk.